there, I'm Glenn. Welcome to my garage. Hey everybody. So on today's video, going to be looking at the wood veneer trim out of the E46 convertible behind me here. Going to get it out of the car, sanded down, polished up, and reinstalled. And I'll show you what kind of improvement I was able to make on the shine and the finish on these parts. So let's get at it. Okay, so what I wanted to show very briefly here was the removal of these. Now, I have taken these veneers off already. I just sort of semi-put them back into place to show this. They come off pretty easily. You are going to need a trim removal tool and get in here and start to pry. I'll just show you when I remove this here what you're working with, but it will just slide off and it'll come out, and you see on the back here these 4 pins that go into these plastic housings here. So that's what you're doing. So there's no snap per se, but they grip in there quite well. And then it comes out. The one over the radio and HVAC unit pops off the same way, but there is a clip that's held here. So you've got to take this piece off first before you can take this piece off. And then this will come off the same way. And I've got it caught there. There we go. This will come off the same way. It's got the clips, or a clip, a couple of small tabs there. And that's how that comes off. For the center console, what you're going to do is just grab this and you pull it up, pop it up. And you can move it out of the way. And you're going to see 2 screw holes down here that are holding that veneer in place. You undo those screw holes and it will come off, and you can work it off the shift knob here and get it out. So got a couple of the veneer parts here on the workbench. This is the armrest off the passenger side that I removed when the door panel came off. The driver's side I still have to take off. And then we've got the center console trim piece around the shifter. We'll be looking at as well. The pieces that have come off that go across on the actual dash are in pretty good shape, so we're just going to do to them whatever we end up doing here. Center console piece, and interestingly here, I've been touching up some chips. There were 3 of them here. It looks like somebody went under with a screwdriver and tried to pry this off, out realizing that there are 2 screws holding it down. It was never going to come off in a million years. So I'm building the clear up on here, and then I will do to this whatever I ultimately do to the armrest. So this is the center console piece. You can see here we have where the 3 chips are. Now I start to fill it in with clear and sanded it. They were pretty deep chips. It's starting to fill in quite well actually, so I'm going to put a couple more coats of clear onto that there. Hopefully build it up enough and then start sand and wet sand it down, and should blend in quite nicely. I think it's a fairly good way to fix chips in the veneer finish. This is the center console veneer piece. I just thought I'd show the polishing here. So what you see in here is sanded down to 3000 wet sanding. So 1600, 1000, 2000, 3000, and then this is compounded out here, so you get an idea of the kind of shine you can get back on these parts. A little bit of polish, just like polishing the car. So I have this piece in here. I just slipped that into place with the 1 pin that goes in over that side, and then it's just sitting here waiting to be retained by this piece. So we're going to put this in now, line up these 4 pins, slide it into place. literally line it up and slide it into place. That's got to go a little further. There we go. There we go. We're done. So I have center console piece to put in now. We've got the two banks of switches to put in. I've cleaned them up and detailed them up first. So we'll slide those into place. And it's just a case of popping it in here, sliding it up till it snaps into place. So now we're ready to maneuver this into place over the gear shift knob here and hook up two electrical connectors, and we're snap it into place. Okay, bit of fiddling here. Okay. So drop that down in place there. Okay, so now it's in place. We'll just lift this up out of the way. Lift this up. Put the two wires connectors in. This one here and this one here. Set it back down in place. Now, two screws to go in here, but I've got the console out, and the console also goes under here as well, so I'm not going to put those screws in yet until I get the console assembled and back in. And then all it's a matter of doing is you put this down and you just snap it down in place. And again, I'm not going to do that because I have to lift this up again, but that just snaps down in place, and the veneers are back in after polishing and looking their best. Okay, we're going to start doing the polishing on the door handle here. We're doing a final sand down to 3000 grit. So get the big wheel, see where we get. So some of the armrest parts that I've been working on here that I haven't got back in the vehicle yet, again, they've been sanded down, polished up, and they have come up super nice. Any little swirl marks or anything have gone, any scratches have gone. Oh, passenger armrest here has come up nice. There's still, the cracks are still there, acknowledge that, but the general finish and the shine on them is much improved from original, so well pleased with the work on these. Overall, I think the refresh on the veneer trim has come up very well. Now, final look at the veneers all installed here. Just look at the shine on those. Come up so well. I think they're probably close to how nice they looked when they came out of the factory 21 years ago. So, very pleased with that little project. Hope this video was helpful for some people, and thank you so much for watching.